Hey, I'd like to welcome all of you to another one of our co-founder Zoom calls that we do on Mondays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I still see people coming in. So our host, Hunter, we appreciate you, Hunter, for hosting. We'll continue to let them in as we move forward here. I hope everyone is all set. We've got the holidays behind us, and now it's time to really kind of pick up our speed and start building from where we left off last year. And I'm very excited about how things are progressing and moving forward. So there are many fronts to what we're doing here, and so um, I've got my eye on all of them. And today, what I'd like to do is I'd like to hear more from you as co-founders, especially those that have direct referrals. So if you have direct referrals, your input today is going to be very valuable. So I'm going to be asking you to contribute because ultimately we have a great system and we have things that we're developing that's going to make the system even better. But the offer that we have is just fantastic. Wouldn't you guys agree that we have an outstanding offer? Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Abs-
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
There's multiple points of value in our offer, and so I'm curious which points you guys are focused on that you find as a good way to kind of start the conversation about what we have to offer. Because call me old school, but I really do believe in the power of you know communicating directly with people that we already have contact with. We meet people all the time, but we have plenty of people that we already have established relationships with, and we don't want them to miss out on what we have to offer. And the worst thing that could happen is they say it's not for them, and it's not a big deal if that's the case, right? There's no pressure. We simply want to put our offer out there far and wide as far as we can, and let people know that we're excited about what we're doing, and we invite anybody else to join in on the excitement. So that being said, let me hear from you, those of you that have direct referrals currently, active direct referrals. What is it that you're saying to people as you run into them, as you try to open up the conversation about pool funding? What are some of the things that's working for you? And so who would like to go first? What's working for you guys, and how are you approaching people? Don't be shy. I know there's quite a few here that do have direct referrals. So for those that don't yet have direct referrals, they'd really love to hear what you have to say. Okay, great. Karen's got her hand up. Thank you, Karen, for leading off. You're a great leader. Appreciate you leading off today.
Well, I'm probably one of the people that doesn't approach people directly because, as Lisa would say, I'm in the NFL club. So I'm relying on emails and Safeless Marketing to help me find referrals. And I have had some success doing it that way. What do I say to them? Hmm. I talk about how simple our program is, and I let the videos do the talking for me.
Mhm. You're
And
leaning on the tools.
yeah.
So, what are some of the if you wouldn't mind sharing, which campaigns are you participating in that you found that have delivered some signups for you already?
Which campaigns am I? Well, these are ones I've created myself.
Okay,
So I'm creating pages through Leadsleep,
okay,
and sometimes I include a video of mine. Sometimes I will have them fill out their name and email before they get a video or an email. I'm trying a number of different approaches and trying to
Uh-huh.
figure out which one's working the best, which page is working the best, and which video is working the best.
All right. So obviously you've had some people sign up direct to you, and the people that you have signed up direct, what are they telling you that they're excited about?
It varies from person to person, but
Mm,
they're mainly excited about how simple the program is.
mhm.
And I do have a couple that are very excited about receiving the coins for each payment.
Okay, good. So if you were to define simple, in what terms are you referring to when you say how simple the program is? Are you talking about it's not hard to explain the compensation, or what do you mean by that?
Yes. The fact that we're not like any company they've ever seen out there. We're not MLM, we're not network marketing, we're not Ponzi. We don't have any qualifications. It's simply you make a payment, you receive a payment. When you send a payment, you receive coin. And that's basically our program in my my perception of it anyway. And people seem to enjoy the ease of explaining the program. Yeah, I know there's a lot more nuances to it, but in a nutshell, that's basically what our program is.
Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. All right. That's good. Thank you so much, Karen.
You're welcome.
You have a great team. I've been, there with your team. You have team calls and I've been invited to several of those and help you to rally the team together, keep the excitement going. So it's good. Your leadership
Yes,
qualities are
and
excellent.
thank you. We appreciate your participation too.
All right. Thank you for that, acknowledging that. Okay, good. Let's see. I know last time we met, Greg was knocking it out of the park. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing, Greg Leslie? Sorry if I mispronounced that. Greg?
Yeah, it's Weasley. Hi, everybody. Well, I'm mainly uh, just a little bit of changes.
Your
Kind of
audio is cutting out, and when you are able to
And
be
then,
heard, it's really off.
well,
try the direct
is that better?
microphone. Oh yeah, much better. Yeah,
Is that better?
it is.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Well, I do some advertising on some exchanges. I get some leads that way, and I usually use Leads Leap and Karen's videos,
Mhm. Okay.
the latest one. Yeah, and yours, of course. The ones you showed last week. I use those at the last meeting. I use those that you introed with, and that's about it. And then answer their questions.
So when
Uh,
when you get in that first conversation with a lead, where they obviously you got contact information, whatever, and you have get into a verbal you're getting into verbal conversation. Are what are you jumping on a Zoom or something, or or you just call them up or something, or
yeah, there's some email contact, and then phone call. Yeah,
okay.
phone call, and I basically I don't jump in and and tell them hardly anything. I ask them, what their questions are, and answer their questions, and that's about basically how it works for me.
What's
Yeah.
some of the common questions people are asking?
How's it work?
Okay. And how do you answer
Mhm.
that question?
Well, I just go ahead and tell them how it works. that it's how we make payments to each other, and you receive one payment, and your referrals all pay you. You know, everybody pays you, and you pay at one, and then you receive payments from your referrals, and you can have unlimited referrals. And yeah,
Would you say they really
basically how it's
appreciate the aspect that they're keeping 100% of that?
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
appreciate that?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the seasoning of the coins, they really like that.
Mm-hmm.
That that's a good trigger there. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Well, now that you mentioned the seasoning of the coin, let's actually let me just kind of bridge off of there and let's take a look at that for a minute. I put together a calculator for you guys that you can use, and we can kind of explore what it's like.
Ace, can I ask Greg one question before you proceed?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Greg, when you get them on the phone, are most of them concerned about their inability to refer others?
Yes, some of them are. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they like the AI. They like the idea of the AI for sure. Even people that have referrals are excited about the AI. Yeah.
I've got several people waiting for the AI because they do have like Karen mentioned, the NFL club, right?
Yeah,
Most of us are members of the NFL club.
just about everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
for those
wow.
watching this on YouTube, that's the No Friends Left Club because you've pulled all your friends into something or other down the road and it didn't pan out. Not every
Yeah,
opportunity pans out, right? So we can be excited
almost
about
none.
different things, but the world's filled with different things out there, and we want to set ourselves as a part of something that can be trusted. So, um, but it takes time to establish that trust in the marketplace, guys. So we're working on that. All right, let's see here. Let me share my screen.
Okay, so while you're sharing your screen, I'd like to echo what Greg said. People are excited about the fact that they keep 100% of what they earn. It
That is
just goes right
truly,
right into their wallet and they control it, and they really like that aspect.
yeah, I mean, that's really a game changer if you ask me, when you compare it to other things out there where you're usually giving up 50% of whatever you build personally,
Yep,
and
definitely.
the company keeps it or whatever. But yeah, we're we're leading the way in a different way, showing people that, you know, through decentralization, we can let people keep 100% of what they build. All right, so let's go into. Let me just see if I got that spreadsheet here. I think I do, but I can show you how to find this, by the way.
I was just gonna say I can't find that one. I haven't found it since you showed it the other day or whatever.
Yeah, you just go into pool funding and you up here by the name of the group, pool funding name here in the Telegram group. You just click on members and it opens up the member area. Okay. And then you can click on files right at the top there. Is an Excel spreadsheet, right? And you show it in the folder, for example. So there it is it'll pull up right into the folder. But I've already got it open here. I've got it open on my desktop here. So take a look at it. All right. So this is a nice little tool to really kind of help people understand that, there's a multiple times a multiple here opportunity in front of us right now, which will ultimately turn into kind of like a 10x opportunity, but it's so much better than a 10x opportunity right now. Okay. It's way better than 10x right now because it's a multiple times a multiple, the second multiple being 10x. So we are on our way up to our price targets. And so last time I put this together, we had a PFI price of 1677. So what's the current price of PFI? Go to PFI, refresh it. So now it's 2,682. I'm sorry, 2,263. So 2,263. 2,263. So I'll just punch that in here. So you just, the way you use the calculator, the white area are the places where you can enter information. Okay, so you just enter the information here, and everything else is formula based. So you have formulas for everything else. All right, so 2,263. Let's make sure it's correct. 2,263. Yep. Okay. And let's say you had, even if you had a small amount, let's say you only had, let's say you're a small hodl knot that only had 1% of a coin, you know. So maybe you spent $100 as a hodl knot, right? Well, the current value of that would be the holding value, right? So right now, with the price being 2,263, the holding value there would be $226.30. Okay. But 1%, oh, that's 10%. I meant to put one in there. Let me go one. No, that takes it down to $22, right? $22 at the moment. Okay. So today it's worth $22.63 for 1% of a PFI coin. And the bonus on that would be 10 times that, right? So that'd put 1% at 10%. So the bonus is 10x. And I've already covered the bonus in a video called Bonus. So you can just go to the YouTube channel and look at the video that's called Bonus, and it explains the bonus in detail. But it's 10 times. So whatever you have that you're holding at the time of collecting the bonus, whatever you're holding in your MetaMask wallet, you're going to get 10 times that amount sent to your MetaMask wallet as the bonus. So the more you have here, the more the 10x will be, obviously. Okay. So you can see that the holding value be $22.63, but the bonus value would be $226.30. And you add that together, so it's just shy of 250. Okay. So if we do something similar, let's take a look at if we did like 1% of PFB as well. I'm just showing that even a very small amount is going to add up. Last time I looked at PFB was at 25,000 and change. What is it right now? Is it up or down? PFB. Okay, it's gone up since then. So we're sitting at 33,806. So it's gone up. So that's a pretty good move in a week. Let's see here. 33,805. We'll change this to 3305. Double check that again. No, 805. 805. 33,805. Okay, that's where we're currently sitting. So basically 1% of that today, if that's what you're holding, then the current value of that is $338 on that value there. Okay. And so the 10x bonus would put that at $3,380. Okay. So again, 1% turns into the 10% bonus, right? 10x, and then total just shy of 4,000. And we look at PFS, our newest coin. PFS. Okay, that's currently 27,786, 786, 27,786. 27,786. So it's gone up a little bit. 27,786. Okay. So change that to 1% as well, just to do, across the board. What is, if you had just very tiny portion of the coin here. The holding value at today's market value would be $278 basically. And then the bonus right there just is about $2,778, $79, and a little bit over 3,000 when you add the two together. Okay, so if you take the holding and the bonus and you add it together, then there you go. And that just kind of shows you the current values. This is the grand total of current value. Okay. Now our price targets, I still feel very confident we can reach these targets by the end of the month, by the end of January. Going to 500,000 on PFI, 1 million on PFB, and 2 million on PFS. Okay. So that would mean that if you had 1% of a coin at that target, okay, so your value would go from $22, $23 here to $5,000. That's a sharp increase in just the holding part of it. And then a year from now, when you're collecting the bonus, that could be a $50,000 bonus on something that you're sitting on that's $22, $23. Huge, right? For a total of $55,000 for this little tiny piece. Okay. If you take a look at the PFB, it's going to go to 1 million. And so basically 1% of 1 million is $10,000. Sounds like a question, but a little choppy there. The target bonus then would be 10x, right? So if you take 10%, if you take 10% of $1 million, that's 100,000. Who's talking? Okay. I guess they're not sharing. Okay. Let me just go back to sharing. All right. So at the target price of $1 million per coin, like I said, I believe we can reach that number, by the way. I know it sounds like it's a big leap from 33,000, but it will take so little to get there. And you'll see once the FOMO kicks in, we'll get right up there. Anyway, so with a 1% of a coin, that's 10,000. The bonus would be worth 100,000, and those together would be $110,000, right? So maybe you're sitting on, something less than $400 right now, but a year from now, 110,000. How powerful is that, right? Very powerful, right?
Big.
Same thing with PFS. Okay, so the current value being there. The target on that is 2 million. Okay, so that means that the 1% of 2 million is $20,000. Okay, 1%, $20,000. It's worth holding the coin, right? Okay, 20,000, and then the bonus on that would be 200,000 for a total of 220,000. Okay. $220,000. And then you got the grand target value. Okay. So if you add all three together, you add the 55,000 to the 110,000 to the 220,000. That's $385,000 on maybe something valued today at 23. That makes it 350. That makes it we'll just say 625, between 625 and 650. So if you had about $650 roughly of our coin right now, a year from now when you're collecting the bonus on those same coin with the bonus, be valued at 385,000. That's a powerful offer. Okay, very powerful. So I think, the first time I became a millionaire, it was in network marketing, but I did use a spreadsheet as a tool, And I really think this can be very powerful for you as well. You sit down and show people this spreadsheet and work the numbers with them and show them what the potential is here and get them excited about the potential of where this is going, especially now that you have a multiple times a multiple, very strong, multiple in front. So you can see the, really big swing here between $23 and $50,000 and, all of them really big swings, $330, $340 into 100,000 and, over here, $280 into 200,000 there. It's just huge. Okay, really huge. All right. Okay, David, you got your hand up, buddy. What's up?
So I went into the Telegram to get to that file. You're editing it and changing the numbers, and I'm switching to Apple from Android, so maybe sometimes my screen doesn't work or whatever. So I mean, I have to restart it or whatever to get it to be sensitive or whatever again. But I can't change the numbers, so I'm just wondering, do we have access to that or we don't?
Well, it's an Excel spreadsheet file, so I mean, you'd either have to convert it to you know, if it's an Apple, it'd be like their numbers product, right? So they call it numbers. So Excel for Microsoft is numbers, or it'd be Google Sheets if you're using, an Android and using so it just has to be converted into whatever you're using. But a lot of people have Excel. Excel's been around for such a long time. A lot of people do have it, especially if you're on a computer. But if you're on a phone, you're probably looking at the free version of Google Sheets or the free version of Numbers that comes with your device if you're using a phone. And
Thank you. Yeah, I'll look into that.
And so I'm not changing the numbers on what you see on Telegram. That's I just showed you where the location of where the file is. So you download the file into your device, and then you can manipulate the numbers. So what I didn't touch I didn't impact those numbers in the file at all. So the file will have
That
the
makes sense.
original
Yeah.
numbers. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right. Well, there you go, guys. So, let me just reiterate a couple of things to you guys. I mean, I know that, how do I put this into really clear terms? A lot of people suffer from self-limiting beliefs, okay? I want to encourage you to unlearn. In fact, consider that probably one of the greatest skills you can acquire in the year 2025. You want to prosper, you want to be successful, be good at the skill of unlearning, right? Because a lot of times what we learn is what's holding us back. Sometimes we have to unlearn so that we can be open to, the time that we're in now. We're in a different time. Things have changed. And a lot of what we learned doesn't apply anymore. A lot of what we might believe, if it falls in the category of a self-limiting belief, anything that falls in the category of you limiting you to believe or do something, right? Or have something, or, anything like that, shake it off. Replace it with a belief of that, it doesn't hurt to try, that'd be a weak belief, but it's better than I can't do, right? Right? Isn't it's worth a try versus I can't do. That'd be an improvement. But if you really get truly excited about where you're at, what you have, okay, if you get really excited about it, then your belief goes even beyond the idea of trying, and then you have like this confidence that you'd be crazy not to be a part of this. So anybody that you expose this to, They're being exposed to the excitement that, of course, you're going to want to be a part of this. Just have that kind of confidence. And you'd be surprised that based on your belief, the people around you respond accordingly. Okay. You get what you put out, right? So if you put in that negativity, you're going to get the negativity back. But if you put in something strong, confident, positive, it's going to come back strong, positive, and confident, and it will reinforce itself. So, yeah, the past doesn't determine the future. What you do today impacts what your future looks like. It's not what you did yesterday that matters. What matters is what you're doing today, and adjusting your belief so that you can share confidently, because the offer is strong, the numbers are big, the opportunity is real. We've been here for over a year, so you have evidence and you have documentation, right, that supports the evidence that this is a long-term opportunity that has great pay. You can't beat 100%. And on top of 100%, you can't beat 10x on top of 100%, right? You're getting 100% and you're getting 10x on top of it, right? So that's just an offer on top of an offer. These are fantastic offers. And all you got to do is just take a little bit of time just to help people understand that. So, you don't have to talk people into anything, but I think you're shooting yourself in the foot if you don't, let people know what you're doing, right? You keep it a secret. Why keep this a secret? That's not a good idea. I think much better just say, hey, I want to let you know what I'm doing, just so you know what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. That's why I'm excited about it. And just talk about from the I position, not the you position. Instead of you talking to them like you this and you that, you can just, very comfortably talk about I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it takes all the pressure off, guys. That's one little twist. If you apply that twist in the way that you communicate, you'll find that people respond a lot to the I position, because then they look at you as like, well, you're doing something exciting. And then they start asking, what I call buyer questions. They start asking questions that indicate that they are a buyer. Once you hear one of those questions, then you just kind of take them through the journey. It just takes a very, like a minute to sign them up and register them, right? And then from there, you can sort out a plan. But get them registered, register them, show them that the getting started is easy, right? And then from there, you can introduce them to other people, right? Other people. So you have so much support here. It's a team effort. Teamwork makes the dream work. you know, and learn how to capitalize on every element of what's already here working for you. Because behind the scenes, we're working on the other stuff for you, but it's a rollout. It's going to roll out when it does. Sooner the better, I know. But in the meantime, be excited. Be just open yourself up that you're open to receive. All right. And I want you guys to think about that phrase, open to receive, right? Are you open or are you closed? Because if you're closed, then even if people come into your space because you're closed, they're not engaging you in opportunity. But see, if you're open to receive, those same people, as they come into your space, they'll pick up on the fact that you're there to receive them. And when you're there to receive them, you'll be surprised how, I'll just call it the universe. You'll be surprised how the universe delivers. Okay? But you have to posture yourself as open, right? Open to receive. As you're open to receive, you'd be surprised that the universe is looking for that so that it can then bring you people to talk to. You don't think you have anybody to talk to? Just make sure that you're saying, I'm open to receive. In fact, can everybody just unmute right now and say, I'm open to receive?
I'm open to receive.
Receive.
I'm open to
Open to
receive.
receive.
They're
Okay.
open to receive.
See how
I'm open to receive.
it feels good, right? Right. And then look to the universe. You know, you have to have a certain level of trust. Okay. You know, you have to realize that everything's made of one thing, guys. Everything is absolutely made of one single thing. And most people don't even know what it is. It's love, guys. When you get right down to what is everything, everything is love. That rock over there, that tree over there, your little kitten or dog, you, your family, it's all love, right? And the universe operates on loving principles. So when you're open to receive, you're receiving more love, you're receiving more opportunity. This is a different way of thinking than the way the world will teach you. Okay. The world will teach you all these limitations, right? You have this limitation, that limitation, and so on and so forth. But don't be fooled. Okay? Don't be fooled by the programming of the world because it has an agenda. It's not a good one. Okay? But it's here to test you. So you have to make a change. You have to make a decision inside of yourself that you're open to receive more love. You're open to receive opportunities to express more love. And if that is the motivation that you're coming from, if that is the intention that you're coming from, and you're not looking to bring harm to anyone, as long as you come from that pure state of love, if you come from that point, you'll have people lining up to talk to you. They will line up. You'll have more opportunity than you'll ever know. Start to come into your space. The right people will show up at the right time, and then and that's it. The offer's strong. The offer's good, and it's designed to help people start anywhere, right? We were talking about somebody who refers to herself as Princess the other day. I remember talking about Princess, and she was so excited that she could get started for $1 a day because in her country, you know, economically that works for her, right? That she can get started for $1 a day. You know, she wasn't ready to start at $10 a day. And the beautiful thing about pool funding is that, yeah, you can even start for $1 a day. So it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start. And then after you start, you just keep staying open to receive, and then it will build from there. And then, feel free to support me, okay, as the creator, as the founder of of pool funding. Send me your prayers, send me your good vibes, send me, cast the good energy my direction, right? And support me at least in that way, at the very least. Just the fact that you've all showed up here today, the ones that are here live, you really are supporting me, and I thank you for that. The fact that you're here live is a demonstration of your support, and I receive that. I receive. Thank you. Okay. But whatever you can do, do it. Because the more you put into something, probably the more you're going to get out of it. Right? That's just the nature of things. So I'm excited about where we're at. I was hoping we'd have a few more people kind of sharing, oh, this is working for me, that's working for me. I was hoping it'd be more of a banter like that. Maybe next time I ask the same question, it'll be more of a banter like I was hoping for today. But instead, you get a little bit of a lecture on love. Okay. Because I'm telling you guys, once you center there, the world just starts to, fall into place in a positive way for you. And that's what I want for all of you. I want you guys to have lives that are filled with so much goodness and blessings, not just money. Money is just a tool. It's what money can buy. That's what I want you to have. All the things that money can buy, that's what I want you to have. And whatever it is that you want, that's what I want for you. The things that you want. Right. And then the vehicle being the money, and then we can help, create that together with what we're doing here. And And then when the power of a group of people coming together, a community, see the power of community. So I think we're going to look at 2025 is the rise of community, okay? And that's leading to the year of abundance. So as you see, not just our community, but all kinds of communities, we're really seeing people coming together. It's great. I'm really excited about that. As people come together, great things come out of that. And we're a part of that. So let's enjoy this and let's have that energy be so positive and so warm and friendly that people be silly not to be a part of it. So they just kind of pick up on the vibe. That's where we want the vibe to be. It's got to be a good vibration, right? That vibration of like, we're not a greedy bunch of people out to get each other. That's not us, right? Am I right?
Right.
Yeah. We're
Absolutely.
we are different than that, right? So we're better than that. Let's just put it that way. All right. So Brett Frederickson, I know you've had some recent success as well. Brett, how are you doing today? Oh, you must be muted.
Muted.
Yeah. Go ahead and click the mute button there to unmute.
Sorry.
Oh, you muted yourself. There you go.
There. So just got back from being away from before Christmas and glad to be home. One thing that I have used in just standing in a line, and this works just like what you said. If I could show you a way, if I could take $10 and you could pay me $10, I could give you $100. Would that be interesting to you?
There you go.
And like I haven't had anybody say no.
Well, why would they say no to a 10x offer, right?
Right.
That-
And they said
and that's exactly what we're offering. Become a
And so-
co-founder.
then the other thing that I have been using in the conversation is if I can show you documentation instead of talking to you about all of this stuff, would you be interested in that? Absolutely. Because like I said, documentation beats conversation. And those two things are working every time. And when I'm in a lineup, I instantly ask people, do you know anything about cryptocurrency? Boom. 9 times out of 10, nobody knows nothing about it. Or you say, do you know anything about AI? People will say, yeah, I do. Well, we're working with a company that's working with AI and crypto.
There you go.
Would that, if I could show you documentation, would that interest you? And you know what? It's working,
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that because those 3 things that I say sparks a conversation every single time. So
Yeah, those are
it
hot.
works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're using words that are hot. We call them buzzwords, right? So right now, it's all the buzz AI, right? It's all the buzz. Even crypto with recent highs with Bitcoin, for example, has really created a more positive buzz around crypto because of the recent highs. I mean, 2024 was an excellent year for crypto in the sense that that's where we saw ETFs coming into play, and it really legitimized the entire space when that happened in January, on January 10th of 2024. The first crypto ETFs were, approved by the Securities Exchange Commission, right, the SEC of the federal government of the U.S. Meaning that you can now have crypto in your pension plans, your municipalities, your local governments can now, in their retirement plans, or or even in like hedge funds or whatever. It's now a massive Wall Street, credible product to have crypto, Bitcoin.
I'm moving right now to a new bank. We have what they call there's a Bull Valley credit union, and it's separate from the other credit unions here in Canada, and so they deal with crypto. So that's exciting.
Yep. Eventually, anybody who's sour on crypto, they're gonna be left in a corner. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't stop what's happening. It's none of us can stop AI, even if we wanted to. it's here. It's going to be a part of what we're doing. We might as well, make the most positive. We might as well put our influence upon it to make it a positive thing, right? And not just watch the world. We can influence the world in which direction it goes. Believe it or not,
Yep.
we have more power than you realize. Each individual really underestimates their power. Really, really
And
do.
other thing, Ace, as well, is that every time that I talk to somebody, I get their name and their number and I let them write it down. I hand them a pen and paper and I let them write it down so that then I check it over. I say, is this an O or is that a 0? Is this a 9 or is that, and I call out, yeah, that's right.
Well,
So
you're
then,
kind of old school. Yeah.
so
I used to
then
do that a long time ago, but now if I want someone's number, what's your number? And I'll send them a text message right on the spot and I can hear a beep on their phone. Like, okay, thanks. I got your number.
yeah, I will be sending you information immediately. And so then you send them, like you said, strike fast while the iron is hot.
There you go.
Wait,
Well, I'm glad you're doing great. I've seen a lot of personal growth in you as well over the time that I've known you, Brett. So we were so proud to have you a part of Pool Funding. Thank you for your contribution and for adding to our call today.
it's great. I love this program. So it's awesome. Thank you.
It loves you back.
I,
All right.
I receive it.
Okay, good deal. Now you got it.
Thank
All right. So, David, you got your hand back up? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I experienced AI through a traditional business venture, as opposed to what I would call entrepreneurial or non-traditional, such as this, earlier today. And I basically asked, I thought because of the way the responses were, it was good English and all that, but it just seemed like it was AI. And I basically said, is this AI or live person? And when we have a phone call, is it going to be a live person? I go, and it said that I am AI or whatever.
So
So it's pretty advanced. I
you
mean,
weren't quite sure if it was or not, so you had to ask, huh? I'm telling you,
at first I thought it was, but
gotten
looking
really
at what it
human-like.
texts, that's what
Yeah.
basically gave it away, as it was still a little bit, yeah, that's not quite human, but and it answered. It was just so interesting that it answered, yes, I'm AI,
Uh-huh.
100% or whatever.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and you're going to see the nuances of that human-like quality of AI, move very quickly this year in 2025. Wherever it's at, which is great, it's going to get even better by the end of the year. It's just going to blow everybody away. Anyway, so we're excited about what we're doing behind the scenes. We are using the AI to fill orders and things like that. All of that's in the works, guys. It's all happening. We haven't filled the orders yet, but we're about to get them all filled. So it's really, things are happening much faster now that we're past the holidays. And that's what I'm doing. But I also want you to realize that this isn't a game of wait for me to do something, guys. This is a game of what can you do and what can you receive. And I just want your life to be filled with receiving much, not a little. I want it to be full. I want what you receive to be full, but I don't have control over that. Okay? You do. You have control over what you are and what you do and what you think and what you say and what you feel. That's your zone of power. Okay? We call that authentic power. Okay? And when you recognize your own authentic power and you realize that you can make little choices here inside that power and change things that might be producing a bad result and flip it on its head. And then the next thing you know, something that was producing a bad result is now producing a positive, good result for you just because you changed a way you believe on something, right? From negative to positive. Switching those negatives into positive is a very powerful thing you can do within yourself, and realize that the whole universe, God, the everything, the all, okay? Then when I say all, I mean all is in your favor because it loves you. And that's how, and once you're receiving the love, once you just accept it and say, I am loved, and once you know that, of course good things are gonna happen to those that are loved, right? You just have to remove all the stuff the world threw into the program and say it's just call BS on it. Whatever the world was dishing out before, call it out and say, I'm not going to believe in that anymore. I'm not going to believe in all the negative stuff about, about yourself, right? Right? I want you to go in there and clean that up, guys. Clean up, do a little cleanup on yourself and remove all the stuff that's kind of you know, maybe you thought it was protecting you, like it was a way to have an excuse, right? Like you could excuse yourself because you didn't want to, maybe you have a fear of disappointment or something like that. But when you get down to the root of these beliefs that are holding you back, you realize they're lies. Okay, they came from an agenda, a dark agenda, you know, that and it's actually part of the test. Can you go in there and pass the test? Can you actually flip those switches? Positive, 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 positive. Can you flip the switches within yourself so that you do receive all that you deserve? Right? You deserve it. Stop telling yourself that you don't. Of course, you deserve it. Once you see that, you should be no problem engaging other people, and people are around you all the time, you know. So never forget that there is that power zone within your sphere that's always there. You're bumping into people all the time, okay? And how much opportunity is being missed because in your head you're like got a program running. So I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting for Ace. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for that. Right? Why? That's basically saying you're closed to receive until Ace does something. Right? Don't give me the power. I'm happy to do my part. Okay, really happy, but don't wait for me. Right? The only one that should be waiting for is you. You should only be waiting for you only. Because nobody else should be in that space. You got the power. Just realize you have it. Once you know you got it, just flip those switches and let the garbage go. Last year was last year. Last 10 years,
Ace
last
is
10
the
years.
icing.
Yeah, I'm the icing. I'm the cherry on top. I'm not the cake. Okay. You're the cake. you know? And so, but yeah, I know what I'm going to do is be very helpful. And I'm definitely looking at a way just increase confidence and speed it up. I'm doing that kind of thing. And I'm going to do it anyway. But my meeting with you today as co-founders, okay, I want you to realize that we're in this together. And that means your part. And you should do yourself a favor and be good to yourself. Okay? That's what you should do because you deserve it. You deserve the best treatment. You deserve all the love in the world, all the money it can buy, all the things you would, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do with it? You deserve to have all those things. You deserve it. You just have to receive it and know that you're loved and anything you really, really, are passionate about is it's going to happen, you know? Just don't let your passion be negative, okay? Because it delivers. If your passion is a negative passion, like, the people that like to spend all their time to worry about this and worry about that, it's funny how they never have an ending to the things that they're worried about. The worry just stacks on top of worry and stacks on top of worry because the universe keeps delivering what they're calling for. They're calling for things to worry about. There's no benefit there. That's why Bob Marley had it right. Don't worry, be happy, right? That is the answer. So these are simple things, but sometimes as humans, we get confused. We get led astray by the illusion of what is, and we don't know that how much power there is within. and we don't recognize it. We're always looking out here for the power when all the power is actually technically in here. That's true for all of us. Okay. Tap into it, right? The source of abundance is found that way. Okay. There, it's so much, it's huge. And we're going to have lots of evidence of this going forward in 2025. I'll start pointing it out. See, I'll find them. I'll find you that are catching on and show you the changes that were made and show you how the changes worked. Because everything I'm telling you is true. All you got to do, tap into it. Starts with you believing you can. As long as you believe you can change you, and you can change this belief, and you can change that belief, and then you can let go of all those self-limiting beliefs. Why hold yourself back? And then talking to people, emailing people, texting people. We have lots of different ways to communicate, right? Then you're free to do as much of that, and then it'll bounce back and come back as, you'll have a team. The kind of problem you really want to have is not too little of a team. The problem you want to have is too much of a team. When you got too many people to get back to, too many people to follow up with, that's the right kind of problem. Put yourself in the place where you can have that kind of problem instead of like, I don't have anybody to talk to, right? No one's talking to me. I don't have a team. Switch out the problem. Just believe that you can flip a switch here and out here it will happen. All right, guys. Well, I do really appreciate each and every one of you. I look at these faces on my screen. I know so many of you so well. I've spent time talking to you one-on-one. We've gotten to know each other. I felt your love. You felt my love. It's all real. We're examples of what we're talking about here. And, that's it. It's beautiful. So I care, and I know you care. Thank you all for being here. Those that show up to this thing live, you are really special. Know that. Right. And I encourage all of you that are on YouTube watching, join this group that comes here to the live versions of this meeting. It's really wonderful to be here. So I think with that, we're good. We got Paul, did you want to say something or saw your nope. Okay.
Thank you very much, Ace.
You're welcome, Brett. All right, good. I see some chats. I see some thank yous going on here. Okay, good deal. Love it.
Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Hunter.
You're welcome, Shelly Ann. All right. And
Ace is the man.
Shout out to Rudy, by the way, since Greg Leslie is shouting out on chat here to Rudy. We're glad to have you here back again, Rudy. One of our newest members. We appreciate you coming back to another one of our meetings. And we all do appreciate Hunter for hosting these calls. All right. So with that,
Good
guys,
talk. Good talk. Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Hunter.
that. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
We can unmute now. We can say bye for now. We'll see you guys later.
Get her done.
Bye
Bye
for
for
now.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Ace. Thanks,
Bye,
Hunter.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Outros.